I used to think nothing was wrong with my life. That's the part people don't understand. There was no tragedy, no sudden loss, no big mistake. Things didn't fall apart. They just slowly stopped feeling real. I still woke up every morning, still went to work, still answered messages. If you looked at my life from the outside, you'd say I was fine. But inside, something had gone quiet. And I didn't notice when it happened. It started with small things. I stopped reacting the way I used to. A joke that would have made me laugh didn't land. Bad news didn't hit as hard as it should have. Not numb exactly, just delayed, like my emotions were arriving late. People around me noticed before I did. They asked if I was tired, if I was stressed, if I needed a break. I said no, because nothing felt wrong. That's what scared me later. One night I caught myself staring at my phone without scrolling, just holding it. Minutes passed, maybe longer. I didn't feel bored, didn't feel anxious. I just existed. That's when the thought crossed my mind. Is this what adulthood is supposed to feel like? I told myself yes. That lie kept me comfortable for a long time. I started forgetting things, not important things, personal things, what I wanted, what excited me, what I used to care about. When someone asked, "How are you?" I answered automatically, "I'm good." But I realized I hadn't checked in a while. The strangest part? I still functioned. I paid bills. I met deadlines. I smiled at the right moments. That's how it hides. Real-life horror doesn't interrupt your routine. It replaces it. At some point, I noticed I was always waiting. Waiting for weekends, waiting for something to change, waiting to feel like myself again. But nothing arrived. Days blurred together. I'd replay conversations in my head and realized I wasn't really present when they happened. I was responding on autopilot, like a script I'd memorized years ago. Here's the moment that still makes my stomach tighten. I looked at an old photo of myself, not a childhood photo, just a few years old. I recognized the face, but I couldn't remember what it felt like to be that person. That version of me felt like someone I used to know, someone who moved out quietly, without telling me. People talk about burnout like it's exhaustion. This wasn't exhaustion. It was erosion. Nothing broke, nothing snapped. I didn't hit rock bottom. I just slowly lost edges. Desires softened, opinions faded, reactions dulled. Until one day I realized I wasn't unhappy. I was absent. The scariest part? No one noticed, because I still showed up. I still replied, still worked, still smiled. That's how this kind of horror survives. It doesn't scream. It blends in. If you're listening to this and thinking, "This sounds familiar," that's the point. Because the most dangerous changes in life don't announce themselves. They happen quietly, while you're busy surviving. And by the time you realize something's wrong, You've already adjusted to living without parts of yourself. I didn't disappear all at once. I faded. And if you're honest, you might recognize that feeling too.